The machine Overcast stitch finishes edges when you want a professional look and don't have a serger. This tutorial will cover what it is and how to do it. This stitch is considered a utility stitch meant to finish edges and cut down on fraying. It can be used on both woven and knit fabrics. While a regular zigzag stitch can also be used for this purpose, an Overcast stitch will give your seam edges a more professional look similar to a serged edge. Some machines will come with an Overcast foot, but you can purchase one as well. You'll notice it has a middle bar that acts as a fabric guide. There might also be a skinny bar in the center of the foot. Unlike sergers, the fabric will not be trimmed as it's stitched, so make sure to trim your edges so they're neat before doing an Overcast stitch. To start, replace your standard presser foot with the Overcast foot. Select your Overcast stitch on your machine. You may have one or more options. There may be different Overcast stitches for different types of fabric. Pick the best one for your project. Place your fabric under the presser foot, lining up the raw edge with the guide on the foot, and put the foot down. So, keeping the edge of the fabric lined up with the guide. You'll notice the stitch loops over the metal bar in the center of the foot, therefore looping over the edge of your fabric. If your thread tension is off or you push the edge of the fabric too much into the presser foot fabric guide, your edges might start to curl over. The fabric and stitches should lie flat. When finished, lift your foot and pull your fabric toward the back of the machine to take the last few stitches off the Overcast presser foot before trimming. This can be done on a single layer of fabric if you want to press your seams open, or if you want to finish all the raw edges on your pieces before you start sewing. This is a good idea for fabrics that fray a lot. Or, like with knit fabric, you can choose a stretch Overcast stitch and Overcast your seam closed. If you want to do a seam and finish at the same time, trim off your seam allowance to the appropriate size for a narrow seam and then stitch. For lightweight fabrics like shears, consider spraying the edges with spray starch or a fabric stiffener to make finishing the raw edges easier. Using an Overcast stitch is a great way to finish your seams, so your sewing will look great both inside and out. Our book, Professor Pincushion's Beginner Guide to Sewing, Garment Making for Nervous Newbies, is now available to order. Go to professorpincushion.com/books or click on the link in the description to see a list of vendors where you can purchase it.